got me 0080 footage, which I didn't include in this video because I am a noob. So feel free to hate me for that fact. Anyways, we're going to start off the panel with introducing ourselves. We'll start with Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm on the Gundam.com forums. My nickname was Scotty. I don't know if any of you were on it, but welcome to our panel. I was here last year, obviously, and I'm just so grateful to see such a huge turnout again. I'm terribly impressed and terribly thankful that all of you decided to come back and hear us toot our own horns another year in a row.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass it on to you.
I'm Annie. I'm from Gundam.com forums. My name is Rhea.
My name's Joey. I'm 19 on the Gundam.com forums.
I'm Chris. I was known as Credible, one of the forum administrators.
I'm Josh. My name is long and complicated on Gundam.com. It's Demon Lord of Panda. If you know where that's from, you're awesome.
And I'm Kyle, and my screen name was Red.
I would like to point out, for those of you who haven't noticed, Gundam.com is currently not up and has not been up for like 4 years, but we still like to pretend it is. Six years! 6 years.
It's lost in this Bermuda Triangle formed by Star Wars Galaxy, World of Warcraft, and whatever Ben is playing now.
But hopefully news of this will reach back to him and he will go, oh well, maybe people are actually interested. So, you want me to...
First and foremost, we're very, very grateful for Bluefin. They're one of the dealers in the dealer's room. They donated a lot of models, which we will be giving away later on. So, find Bluefin really, really easy. Just turn right, and they're the ones who are playing the Gundam 00 on the big screen. They also have an MG Exia on display, which is currently not available, but will be available later this month, and for the U.S. later in August. Let's start off this panel with, we're going to talk about Gundam 00. Last year, Gundam 00 only finished its first season, and finally we've, with the 6-month wait, I believe it was, got to see the second season. It was awesome.
It was a pretty awesome ending. For those of you who were at the Kuroda and Mizushima panel, you obviously got to hear some stuff about 00. So, you know, that was pretty epic, although there really isn't too much that we learned about the movie. But let's talk about the end of the series first. The second part obviously took a completely different direction than the first part for a number of reasons, the least of which being Celestial being got its hind end kicked up between its ears. Whether that was intentional or not, we don't know, but they certainly did have to rebuild from scratch. But it was really, I would say, one of the more epic endings to a series that, you know, also had a cliffhanger at the end. I don't know if any of you actually have seen the cliffhanger. By the way, there are going to be spoilers here, so if you don't like spoilers, you might want to...
Obviously, I think 00 suffered from most Gundam series in that there was a blatant lack of Gian, but...
Always different storyline.
But seriously, I mean, first season really, I mean, it grabbed its audience because it dealt with a real world issue, which was energy and conflicts surrounding energy. Second season, I mean, they pretty much wrap it up with the invent of the Earth Federation, essentially. So we got more of kind of a Titan storyline with the second season of 00, which was fantastic. But really, it went a different direction than what it originally had kind of set out to do. Those of you who have not seen 00, I strongly recommend checking out both seasons. There's a great cast of characters. I heard a lot of booing during the the lookalikes of Char, so I'm guessing not too many Seed fans in here.
Now. Simmer, children, simmer. There's a place for everything and everything in its place except for double Zeta and G Savior. What? G what? So, I mean, obviously there were some expectations and there were some final impressions that we all got from Double O. And I think expectation-wise, I don't know, your expectations are ever truly met for a series because you go into it and you go, this is what I want to see from this show. And you're really never going to get what you want out of it. But I think final impressions, while it may not have ended exactly the way we wanted it to, it certainly left a very palatable taste in our mouth. It was a lot different than I think a lot of us were expecting. And it was really kind of like refreshing. It was like, you've been eating really heavy meals for a while and you just need something light. So you go and you have an iced tea instead. And I would say Double O was kind of like the refreshing iced tea of Gundam.
One of the things that we were left with at the end of Double O Season 2 was a teaser for the upcoming movie. And what's very, very interesting about that is the ending sentence of that teaser, which was, I believe, humanity's childhood ends, which is, do any of you guys read like old novels? I believe there's a novel called Childhood's End, or which has a very deep story in relation to humanity evolving into a collective unconsciousness, which I don't know if any of you guys, realize what the Double O does. But it pretty much connects everybody together into a collective unconsciousness. So hopefully we see a lot more in kind of like the development of that part of the story taking the idea of what Double O had set out to do and expand on it even further.
I mean, I personally think that one of the most disappointing things about Double O was the fact that it was set in AD, supposedly to give it a certain climate, address certain issues, and I thought that was really compelling the first season, but when it kind of fades away, the second season feels like the point of having it in AD was kind of lost, but we'll see what happens in the movie, because it could come back into play.
So the movie itself, though, there really isn't too much about it. We didn't hear too much about it at the Mizushima and Kuroda panel, mostly because I think there's a gag order on what's going to be in the movie, because that's what they do in the entertainment industry. But
I do believe there's a Gundam 00 panel tomorrow in which news might be released, specifically a 00.
Quite possibly, but from what we heard at the panel, it sounds like it's going to address some past issues, and then it's going to flesh out the characters some more and address some more of the storyline, because they just didn't have enough time to address everything they wanted to address. That's kind of why they were making the movie.
Quick correction, that Gundam 00 panel is today at 7.
Sunday.
Okay.
One of the things about this panel is 30 years of Gundam. One of the things that they're doing, or that they just unveiled in Japan, is the 1/1 scale RX-78-2.